Hola a todos, mi nombre es Arely Briceño. I am the CEO of Dose of Home Jewelry, and I'm here today with Luis just to get to know each other a little bit more. Yes, so I will say that Dose of Home Jewelry came to me as a surprise in the middle of the pandemic. As everybody can recall here, those were very difficult times, and I, was really trying to find something else to do other than, working behind a monitor, behind a screen. And I was wearing some bracelets that look a lot like this. And someone asked me if I sold them, and that really, like changed my mindset of, oh, can I sell them? That question really changed my mindset, and so I started collaborating with the jewelry makers in the state of Jalisco, which is where I grew up, and bringing just a few pieces just to test it out. And I saw that people really responded really well to, pieces that were handmade in Mexico that really connected them to their roots. So that's really how it started, and obviously it has evolved, but the story is really in the middle of the pandemic with two bracelets that I was wearing that someone thought they were special and were wondering if I sold them. So those of whom jewelry pieces are very intentional, like you just said. Like I mentioned, I started working with the jewelry makers only in the state of Jalisco, specifically in Guadalajara. But as I started growing and expanding the business, I discovered all the talent that we have across Mexico. So I started working with jewelers in Nayarit, Chiapas, Guanajuato, Mexico City, and Jalisco, like I mentioned. And so each of them have something really special. Like I look for jewelry makers that are unique. If you look at my jewelry, it's very dainty. It's something that's very delicate. Like I really like that it's a special pieces. So I look for people that bring that to the table. So each of the jewelry makers that I work with have that in common, but they all have their special touch and their own signature. So when I'm out there looking at the pieces, when they send me stuff for me to look at, I make sure that it has what I'm looking for, which is something unique, special, dainty, very feminine, something that brings out that feminine side of you. And obviously we have pieces, that are for everybody, but I really like pieces that are soft. Like we all need to bring our soft side, and I really think that my jewelry really projects that. Yes, I will share just a little bit. Obviously, Luis, because you're special to me, and I want your community to know that I'm working on something very special. I've learned a lot in this, almost 4 years of having my brand, and I learned that the jewelry business, the jewelry industry, people looking for jewelry have different needs, and so I'm working on something very special that hopefully will cover that gap of what I discovered, the thing that I identified, and hopefully with my jewelry, we can help cover that gap and still, bring Dose of Home Jewelry to other people that might not, be our first audience, our first market, with this additional service that I'll be working on, and you'll be the first ones to know. So stay tuned. We'll make the announcement official, and your community will have sneak peeks, special look discounts. Who knows? Endless possibilities.